Warning, this podcast contains language not suitable for children and some adults.
1,000 years ago, a great cataclysm shattered the sun and broke the gates of death. The continents shifted, the world went into blackness. Ghosts and demons appeared around the globe and terrorized the people. A great empire rose from the ashes under the magical protection of the immortal emperor. With his power, he was able to protect the cities from vengeful spirits and the other terrors unleashed upon the world. Since the cataclysm, the world slowly built back its technologies. Think in terms of a world like our own, during the Second Industrial Revolution of the 1870s. There are trains, steamboats, printing presses, simple electrical technology, and carriages. Our story will take place in the cold, foggy city of Duskvol, or Duskvol, or as some simply call it, the Dusk. Duskvol is in perpetual darkness and haunted by ghosts. It's not unusual to run into a spirit, kind of like at Hogwarts. Some ghosts are good, some are bad, and some are fucking terrifying. Duskvol is crowded with row houses, twisting streets, crisscrossed with hundreds of little waterways and bridges. Gondolas are on every canal, carrying people and goods from district to district. Eventually, the immortal emperor's sorcery began to wane, and new technology would have to be developed to keep the horrors at bay and out of the cities. Great towers of crackling lightning surround the city to keep out the vengeful spirits and twisted demons of the Deathlands, which is the land beyond the gates. In the ink-black sea at the edge of the city are massive black demonic terrors, the Leviathans. Titanic metal ships leave the docks of Duskvol to hunt these Leviathans. Their electroplasmic blood powers the massive barriers. Duskvol's Leviathan hunters are the greatest source of power in the Empire today. You're in a haunted Victorian-era city, trapped inside a wall of lightning powered by demon blood. Your game master for Blades in the Dark is Shawn Cruz. Now,
come along for the ride of your life. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
What about me?
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yep.
Can you hear me? Yeah.
Yeah.
Father, can you hear me? Papa, can you hear me? Welcome to Oops, We Broke The Multiverse podcast. A podcast where we playtest tabletop RPGs. Today we are doing Blades in the Dark by Evil Hat Productions. To my right, as always, is Shawn Cruz. Across the table from me is Anthony Gabba. And to my left is the amazing and talented AnnMare Cruz. Shawn, take it away.
All right. Last time, we met Silent but Deadly, a group of mismatched assassins trying to make a name for themselves. And I think we should go around and introduce our characters. Let's start with you, Anthony Gabba.
All right, so my character is called Mr. X. He's come back from being banished, or I guess it was a self-banishment after he got his position stolen from him so he could plot his revenge. He's pretty athletic. He dresses very much like Dracula. Shoulder-length, slick-back hair, long coat. Very mysterious.
Nice.
Hence the name, Mr. X.
Very good. And Anne-Marie.
I am Fortuna. I am a slide here in Duskvol. I come from a very, very poor town. I'm Akarosi. And growing up, I was a barback and a prostitute. I sold my virginity for a high price of pussy money. And with that large load, I was able to buy like some fine gear, a couple extra weapons, and my background definitely has helped my slide role for consorting and swaying people, figuring out what they want, their desires, as you would say. I have a jacket that's pretty nice. It's like on the outside, it's like a darker red and it looks really fine. However, I can flip it around and reverse it to make it look a little bit more, some more of a gray blue. So that may, if I want to like kind of like hide a little bit more, just kind of like go around.
Missy Elliott on there.
Yeah, sure. I'm like
down,
flip it around and reverse it. Anyways, yeah. So that's my character, Fortuna.
Thank you. And finally,
All right, I am playing John Oliveira, otherwise known as Avarice.
he's very soft.
I heal all the burns. Nothing gets me. I am a plain average man of average height and average build. You would never be able to pick me out of a crowd, even though I am, copper-skinned. I have Mother Nature's natural night camo. I come from the Dagger Isles. I'm a sailor, formerly a pirate hunter, that is. And yeah, I am a lurk, ambushing people from the dark, and my natural element.
And what is your alias again?
Avarice.
Avarice. Okay. And you're from Montanui?
Yes.
Okay, cool. All right, so Silent but Deadly. They've set up shop in the southern part of Duskvol. It's a community called Char Hollow. It's a crowded district. It's home to the bulk of the workforce of the city, so like your servants, your dockers, sailors, cabbies, etc. And, it's a very tight, loyal community. Their hideout is called
The Sin Bin.
the Sin Bin. And it's nestled at the end of a dilapidated road. And it's an abandoned watchtower in Char Hollow. Do you want to describe your hideout a little bit?
Me? Yeah. I will describe it as kind of like the tower from Sword in the Stone. But when they kind of extradite Merlin out there, how it's always kind of blowing in the wind, always about to be on the verge of collapse.
Moist, also.
Very moist. Very moist.
I apologize to those people who don't like the word moist.
Well, she said pussy. Some people don't like pussy, but I just wanted to put pussy and moist in the same sentence.
Knew it.
But yeah, anyone else want to care to take a crack at describing this tower?
It was originally Mr. X's tower.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yep,
So
it
how
was.
did you come upon it, and what were you doing with it?
I just found it randomly.
Are we squatting?
Yes, we are
We're
squatting.
totally squatting.
Hey, it was abandoned. It's a rundown district. Who cares?
Now, were the glory holes in there already when you found it, or did you put those in?
They were there already.
They are numerous.
I'm assuming it used to be some sort of weird fetish whorehouse.
No, it
You know.
wasn't.
But now I use it to carve up bodies.
It was once called the Erect Shanty. And your lab is in there, which you use to do
Human experimentation
fuck
on corpses.
Okay. Yeah.
So far, nobody's
live ones. I am a decent man.
nobody's volunteered yet, so I take what I can get.
Fingers crossed.
And
Yeah.
what's your profession? Sway, slide, and what are you?
Oh, I guess I didn't
Slide.
mention that.
Oh,
Yeah,
I'm a
go ahead.
lurk. He's
Lurk.
I'm a
Yes.
leech,
A
which is
leech.
basically an alchemist. I come up with cool concoctions and
Yeah. So we've got a good mix here. All right, so you guys, Silent but Deadly, just made a little noise in Duskvol for the first time. A few nights ago, they succeeded. Oh, that's funny. I didn't even know I wrote that way. That was good.
I caught on to it.
All right.
zing.
Yes. Here all night. So, you guys succeeded in intercepting a shipment of drugs from I even wrote foxhounds. God damn it. The foghounds that were intended for the crows. So the foghounds are a group of rough sailors. They import exotic goods from far off lands. It's really how everything gets to Duskvol, right? But the thing is, their ship, the Foghound, it's contracted by Duskvol's most rich and powerful. So they're not bringing just spices and shit. They are bringing exotic stuff, high cost drugs, whores, whatever. So the Crows are one of the biggest gangs of thugs and killers in Duskvol, and they run the district of Crowsfoot. So any gang that's trying to come up or do business in Crowsfoot, which everybody pretty much runs through Crowsfoot to get to the docks, they're going to have to pay tribute to the Crows. Well, Silent but Deadly decided they weren't going to do that.
Yeah.
They were going to make an enemy out of him right off the bat. So they managed to intercept the Crow's thugs carrying a ton of cash before they could pick up the drugs from the Foghounds. And then the Foghound ship now has a large hole in it thanks to our scoundrels. Silent but Deadly got away with the coin and the drugs. They kept a little to get their gang set up nicely. Maybe patch some of those holes in the sin bin.
No. We keep the glory holes.
Yeah.
Keep them. All right.
Yep,
Yeah.
they stay.
Very good.
Just in case.
But you gave the rest to your new allies, the Dockers. So the Dockers, that is a gang made up of the workforce that works all the docks. So they know everything about everybody or anything that goes in and out of those docks. There's only one real rival to them, and that's the rail yard workers. Okay? So essentially all import-export for Duskvol is going through here aside from rail freight. The Crows are enemies of the Dockers, though they do have a symbiotic kind of relationship, right? They tolerate each other. Okay, so we're going to join our gang here a few days after the score.
You're not going to call us heroes?
No, this is not D&D. You guys are straight up pieces of shit.
Yeah.
Didn't you just say you experimented on cadavers? Yeah. Okay.
Everybody's got to have a hobby.
There you go.
True.
So we're going to start this off. There's a boy who comes to your tower, knocks on your tower door.
He knows where our lair is at.
It's a very tight-knit community. I don't know.
I mean, there's a lot of holes in the walls of, the sin bin.
You guys,
He can hear you guys.
Yeah. I'll go ahead and answer the door
At
and
night.
quickly go, oh, shut it behind me. Yeah, this isn't really an appropriate place for kids. I'll just talk to you out here.
So it's a little bespectacled boy, and he hands you an envelope, and then he runs away giggling.
I look through one of the glory holes to see what's going on.
I like how the glory holes are outside. So if you're one of the neighbors, you just see a dickhead going through it every so often. They're to the outside. Well, sometimes it rains, It gets moist.
There's no showers in the sin bin, so you got to get clean somehow. So I'm going to take the letter back inside and do my whole little, like, Steve from Blue's Clues thing. Like, we just found a letter. I go ahead and open...
Are you a cat now?
That's like what they do.
That's what yeah. Meow. Yeah. I'm 40, I know
Shrill,
that shit.
Whatever.
So, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and open said letter.
Okay.
See what...
Can you read?
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
No, he's a pirate
Oh,
Hunter.
okay.
and hunter.
No, I was a pirate hunter.
All right, also... No, I'm not
Don't.
gonna do that. All right, so you open up the letter. Basically, it's from the Dockers, and they want you to meet them at the Hairy Hatchet Wound, which is a very rough tavern on the docks.
Yeah. I could tell from the unappeasing name.
The Hairy Hatchet Room. Hairy Hatchet.
It's the Hairy Hatchet Wound, a.k.a. Flesh Wallet. You know what I'm saying?
My womb quivers.
Gang, heroes, if you will.
Heroes. These guys.
I call us heroes, and then we all have a chuckle. The Dockers would like to meet us in the Hairy Hatchet Wound. Care to join us?
Does it say why?
No.
Let me get my knives and coat.
And or. It does say clothing optional, though, so...
I still grab my coat.
In brackets, it does not say that.
Well, if you're bringing your coat, I might as well put on pants. Damn it. So I remove myself from one of the glory holes leading outside, and I put on pants.
Oh my. All right,
We need a sound effects guy.
Who's in charge of editing? Oh, yeah, editing.
Yeah.
Whoop.
Oh, there'll be lots of sound effects in this.
All right, so it says to get there, like, at night, after dark, so...
Perfect.
They'll
I'll
be
be in the
expecting
basement.
After hours at the Hairy Hatchet Wound.
Yeah.
I wonder what goes on there.
Oh, yeah. Shit doesn't really kick off till about 9:40.
Yeah.
Well, it's better this way. Other people be drunk, probably less noticeable about us meeting some mysterious docker.
Okay.
Yeah, let's make our way
So they
there.
head over. All right.
Time skip.
So, yeah. The The Hairy Hatchet Wound. It's a big diamond-shaped tavern with no discernible rooms, not even private restrooms. There are 4 walls making a vagina shape. When they get there, vagina. It's loud. People are gambling. There's women getting fucked, a la Game of Thrones. It's just a rough place, and everybody is having a great time. Everybody works hard, they play hard, right? The Dockers. So you walk in. You're probably caught right away by somebody that kind of motioned to you, and you're brought to a large table where there are 10 Dockers. You see, the Dockers don't have a leader. They're kind of like a union. So there's more of a committee, and you get to sit down with the 10 folks in the committee. So the loudest is Aldo. He's the red-haired fat guy. The older man with a beard, his name is Finn. Aww. The black guy with blonde hair is named Ring. The Asian man who's younger is named Vond. And then there's a large shirtless man. His name is Dolph.
Lundgren?
Dolph Lundgren.
He's just shirtless.
He's going to be the most badass out of all
You
of them.
can't tell if he's fully naked because of the table.
Yeah.
But so far, totally naked.
I'm going to assume not because he has his Russian red boxing gloves on.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's looking at me like, I must break you.
If he dies, he dies.
Who was the third guy? Ring?
Ring. He's the black guy with blonde hair.
Like wedding ring?
Yeah.
Okay.
I thought you were saying Rang.
I actually named him when Anthony came in, and it didn't ring. All right, so you sit at the table. You see this group of men and women. The 5 are kind of all seated together at the kind of across from you. So, all right. So the red-haired fat guy talks to you first. Welcome. There's our big winners from the other night.
I flinch because he's so loud.
Well, technically, he's average winner, right? Average size, average winner, not big. Okay.
Oh, like wiener instead of winner.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And out come the dick jokes.
Perfectly average in every way.
Sit down. Can we get you a drink, a woman? What do you want?
Vodka.
Vodka. Okay.
I'll take a woman, yeah.
All right.
Already in the middle of business? Like, no, let's... After.
Business before
Well, she's just
pleasure.
going to sit on my lap
No.
and move.
She could be a
provocatively.
spy. No. Veto.
What's she going to do? Spy on what the average is in the Dagger Isles?
What are they? You guys are
Wiener.
silent but deadly. You should be called the cog blocks, huh? All right, business first. Business first.
All right,
first.
yeah, business.
He kind of snaps over, and a guy brings over just a platter of shots. There's probably 30 shots on it that they had probably planned for you, and they set it in the middle of the table, and everybody at the table picks one up. A toast to our newest allies. Silent but deadly, but not so silent, huh? And he raises his glass to cheers you guys. Everybody goes in the middle. Clink.
Clink.
Shots. All right.
Skull.
So we will very much use these drugs and whatnot that you brought over for us. This is going to make us very, very happy for the next few months, I think. What's next for you guys, anyway?
I think we want to earn some more coin. I feel like that would help benefit us.
So then the old guy, Finn, he kind of looks at it and he says, "Now for a group named Silent but Deadly. I noticed there was quite a commotion. You used explosives. How do we know you aren't going to fuck up the next job?"
Well, we didn't fuck up the first job. It was just...
I said the next job, dear.
Our clan
mean-
name's more ironic than anything.
It's hilarious.
I would agree with that.
I mean, it's...
Now I see the humor. good, very good. All right, then. All right, Finn. Well, here's the thing. I think you proved you got a little more talent than we counted for. I mean, Dolph, he thought you were all going to die. So it would have done nothing good for us anyway. But you're here, and you got the shit. So, I mean, I think we can work together. I think there's a future here.
Fantastic.
Yes.
I knew good opportunity was going to come after we did that score quite well, I might add. Yes.
We definitely put the explosives on the hull.
Yeah. Start off with a real bang.
The hole?
It was huge.
Inside joke.
Yeah. All right. Well, then, I might have another job if you're feeling froggy. This job might be a little more high profile, a little more difficult.
Well, call me Kermit.
Because you're froggy. Got it.
Yeah.
He's feeling froggy.
Does he mean Kermit the Frog from the ancient texts?
The very same.
I mean, what's ancient to you? I mean,
Well, where to begin? That's all right. All right, Finn. We don't have time for that. All right. Don't get him started. Jesus Christ. All right. Here's the thing. Are you familiar with the Hive?
Can't say that we are.
no, not really.
A little bit, but go ahead and explain it for these ruffians.
Finn? All right.
Oh no. Someone else. Someone else.
The Hive.
Yeah. What about you, Rang? We haven't heard from you.
Oh, well, hi, I'm Ring. I'm kind of the plans guy here, right? Here's the thing. The Hive is actually a group of legitimate businessmen all throughout Duskvol.
Oh, my ass, they're legitimate.
Well,
Nothing's legitimate. in
well, they're all the
Duskvol.
business owners in the city, but they got together, and that's a lot of power, right? When you think about the money, the resources, everybody else. So they secretly trade in, I guess, contraband, right? Have you ever seen the crates or carriages or rail cars with a bee on it?
Oh, I thought that was a wasp, but yes.
It is a bee. Yeah, short ass. Yeah, it's a bee. Anyway, that's theirs. And, they're also enemies of the crows. But we've got a little intel about a special shipment coming in. It's, what would you say, woodworking. And then the shirtless guy goes, is very nice furniture coming in. Cabinets,
So-
dressers. I'm
so-
not finished. Fine mirrors,
What about coat racks?
chairs,
Coat racks.
and tables.
Coat racks?
Beautiful mahogany.
Oh, so no
Wood.
coat racks?
No, I don't know.
Just put a stick in one of those holes and that's a coat rack. It's fine.
The furniture is worth ungodly amounts of coin. If we could just get a little bit of the shipment.
What, like 5 coin?
A lot of coin. That's... You're not... What? It's worth a lot of money, okay? It's worth a lot of money. I think there's gonna be... Well, obviously they're coming into our docks, okay? So... I want you to steal the shipment as much as you can get. Here's the thing about the Hive. They do not get their hands dirty. So whoever they have unloading is going to be some mercenaries or something like that. These are going to be fighters. They're not going to be dumbass sailors like the Foghounds.
We'll see how well they fight against more explosives.
You see, that's the irony of your name again coming up here.
If we use explosive with the furniture, it will turn to
It's gonna
toothpicks.
fuck up the furniture. Yes, the dressers and the mirrors
What about-
and
The no
the
color.
cabinets.
No, we're going to use the explosives on the people.
Like sticky bombs in Halo?
Yeah.
But how are you going to experiment on the people if they're in little bits?
Oh, I don't need a whole person to experiment.
The shipment comes in 2 nights.
Okay, so you want us to steal these furniture from the hive, and we both have the same enemy with the crows.
Yeah, and guess what? The crows and the hive are also enemies.
Literally what she just said.
I've had a few shots, okay?
I should take another one to catch up with you, yes.
So here's the thing. I want you to take this furniture, and I want you to take it to Warehouse 13.
Ooh.
Okay? Warehouse 13 at the north end of the docks. And I want you to make it look like, if you can, I don't know how, that the crows might have had a hand in this.
I think we can.
You've got
handle
some of their
that.
drugs. You got some of their coin. I don't know. Get creative. But I'm going to do my job to spread the word as well. Once I heard of it, the crows were responsible. Here's the one problem. Dolph? There is Ghost, who haunts Warehouse 13. Do not be seen. He is loyal to no one.
So we need holy water explosives.
Well, remember, and you know, the hive doesn't get their hands dirty, so you're dealing with a third party already, and then you've got this fucking ghost. And dude, that's why we're going to Warehouse 13. Nobody likes this ghost. Nobody likes to fuck with him. And you guys, if you can get past him and put this shit in there, as much of it as you can get, that's a lot of money, and I'm gonna pay you direct.
So this ghost works for you at Warehouse 13?
No, he's just there, but he's on our property.
And he's loyal to...
No one. He will fuck with my men. We don't go there. Nobody goes there.
How fresh is this ghost? Is he like pretty like transparent, or is he like an old one that's been there for a while?
He is old. Ancient ghost pirate. He has one leg, and he has sword always drawn.
Maybe you can, like, if we get seen, pirate to pirate him. You know what I mean? Show him your peg leg if he shows your peg leg. Talk pirate with him.
Talk pirate.
If we ever have to. Hopefully not.
What if they killed him, though?
Killed something that's already been killed.
No. What if I was the one who killed him? I am a pirate hunter.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah.
Well, you'd have to be pretty old. You look tight. Not like me. And he kind of jiggles his left boob.
I gotcha. Okay.
Look,
well,
the bat wing.
Yes.
that made me super
I
uncomfortable
could
for a
show you
second, but
things. I could tell you things. This ghost spirit is searching for something, and no one knows what it is. Don't get entangled with him.
Has anybody asked what he wanted?
Who? What? Why?
To fucking make him go away.
He might be holding on to something here.
We have tried to use Warehouse many times, and he cannot be reasoned with so far.
And Warehouse 12 or 14's off limits.
13. 13 is the warehouse. It is perfect crime. This is expensive merchandise, never to be found, and we must have time to sell the goods over time.
But what if he fucks with the merchandise?
That's our concern. We don't know if he's gonna. He can't really touch it, right? He's a fucking ghost.
So why is everyone afraid of him?
They can't touch us.
Well, you don't. I mean, you hang out with ghosts. Every time I see a ghost, I run the other way. I mean, that's pretty much everybody, right?
Also, question.
That's why we built a fucking wall to keep them out. They're fucking scary.
There's ghosts everywhere. That wall does nothing.
Would one of us be able to get hired by the hive to maybe help with that shipment? And it's in 2 days. One of you. Honestly, it's probably going to be you over there,
Me?
Avarice.
There is probably only about 6 mercenaries we know about because we ask. 4 carriages, 6 mercenaries. They must clear this with dockers, of course, before shipment arrives. So we know these details probably true.
Are you sure the crows won't be there to cause problems for us?
There's always a chance someone will want to fuck with the shipment. But
I mean, look at us. We're looking to fuck with the shipment right
this
now.
Yeah,
one,
true.
we have kept especially secret to this table
Four,
because of the high priority.
6 mercenaries.
Amidst all the drunken people that are fucking? Yeah, super secret. Good
Oh!
job, guys.
They're all paying attention to us or pussy on pole. You tell me. What are you paying attention to, huh?
Fair enough. Pussy on the pole.
There's 6 mercenaries. It's 2 for each of us.
That's true. I could handle it.
I mean,
Without-
I've handled 2 at a time too.
Warehouse
I am
13
trained.
is about 3/4 of a mile from the boat. The boat is there. You must travel up to the top dock to warehouse 13. You will need carriages. You must not let carriages get away.
So we're taking the whole shipment, all 4 carriages.
As much as we can.
If one is left, questions could be had.
So 3 of us have to drive 4 carriages. It sounds like you're already setting us up for failure here.
Nah, just hook it up.
You just rob foghounds. You blow it up.
Yeah, fuck.
What is problem?
The fuck?
You're
suck a
resourceful.
butt.
We can't blow up furniture. That fine mahogany furniture.
So, we could supply you with someone who may not be able to use their voice.
Oh,
Okay.
A mute, as we call it.
acceptable.
Yeah. Is he useful?
Useful, yes. Not in a fight, but he could drive a carriage. I need a shot.
Good to go.
Me too.
Very well.
I like your
Do we-
style.
I don't really need a shot.
Oh, I thought you wanted to pause.
While our players are getting their shots, let me tell you about our Patreon. We love making content for you, and we would love to keep doing this forever. If you become a Patreon supporter, you'll receive extra bonus content and tons of other goodies. Just search for Oops, We Broke the Multiverse podcast on Patreon to become a member. Thank you for your support. Now let's rejoin our heroes as they break another multiverse.
I could hire a couple of my friends over at maybe not Silk Shore, but maybe some lower end prostitutes that work at the docks to entice them with some drinks. However, I do want them to be safe and not accidentally drink the sleeping powder wine that they'll be giving to these mercenaries.
Smart.
So, possible like extra bottles, or if you have an antidote to the sleeping powder.
Yeah, you
Mr.
just
X.
sleep it off. That's the antidote.
Time is the antidote.
Yeah.
So you guys are back at the sin bin talking about your plan right now.
Yeah.
Because the job is in a couple days.
Yeah, I've had enough
Yeah.
of old man Finn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got too drunk. They had to carry me home. I cannot keep up with him.
And I'm sure Avarice just assumed his previous position
Oh, yeah.
at the front mounted glory hole.
Oh, yeah.
Pants off, yes. Well, he thinks better this way.
All my best plans just come from me putting my head in the hole.
Fresh air on the balls, yeah.
No, there's not enough space for the balls. Else it'll just flap in the wind.
Well, there's
You gotta
enough
have that
holes.
prop of stone against the bottom. What do you call that? The little like vein thing that connects the balls to the penis.
The gooch?
No, that's what connects the balls to the asshole.
That's the taint.
Yeah, but
Anyway, the plan.
oh, okay, yeah, off topic.
Okay, so
Fremulon?
we'd
No.
have to pay them very well because they might be passing out, essentially, is what you're saying. And then what? They're asleep at the docks? No, they'd probably be driving when that finally takes effect.
I mean,
then
they
start to veer off, and then we try to catch the horses. I'll need lots of carrots and apples. Is that a thing? No, probably not. What do horses eat? Grass?
hay, carrots.
I have an unnatural fear of horses, so I assume the souls of unbaptized babies. I don't know.
Can you gather that, Avarice? Are you able to get those for the horses?
Sure, I can get anything.
Can you get some hay and some carrots?
Yeah.
Also, as far as the hookers, we can always do unpoisoned wine for them, and they could just be carrying the drugged pitcher.
Or give them the antidote.
Sleeping.
Time is the antidote.
I doubt it. I don't think so.
Also, here's some time. In case you get too fucked up.
Actually, maybe that is the antidote. Time.
Yeah.
The only other option is trying to veer off the horses into different ways, or block any other ways getting to wherever they're going, and like veering them into our trap and then attacking them.
Okay.
Or we could just scare them towards Warehouse 13 so they drive it in for us. Maybe we can convince the ghost to fuck them up for us.
I do kind of like that.
Yeah, actually.
I'm so lazy.
That's so much work just done.
I think-
I mean, we're going to end up killing them anyways.
Yeah, I think we should spend our first day talking to the ghost.
Yeah.
Or at least an hour.
No,
An hour? Few minutes?
I don't. They said don't do that.
True.
And in Duskvol, even though, ghosts, I mean, people avoid ghosts. As a matter of fact, a game mechanic in here, if you encounter a ghost, and especially an aggressive one, which you don't know if this one is, you will have to make a roll to be frightened. Anybody
It sounds
gets
like
frightened by ghosts.
they were saying he's very aggressive.
So what if we like block off the path? Like they know it's an ambush. They don't know from who or from where, but we kind of like set it up to where they're veered into Warehouse 13. And then they realize there's a ghost there and they run away.
That is 3.25 miles long.
Yeah, it's a pretty long trip.
That's a long trip.
Yeah. These
True.
ships are big, so the docks are big, and
Well, but we could get the dockers in on it and have them help us block off all the alleyways.
No, they wouldn't go for that. That's why they're hiring us.
The dockers don't want to seem a part of this.
They
Right.
want to be like Sweden, a little more neutral.
Right. Exactly. They're
You want-
symbiotic with the crows and the hive and everybody else. This is how they make their money, right? So
Right.
if they start showing favor to somebody else, then they could lose business.
Okay, so I like the first plan with the hookers and the sleeping potion.
Sounds like we're going with that. I must go talk to my friend Nirix.
Ooh, tell her I said hi.
Do you want to
Can I come?
come
Can I come?
and say hi?
Can I coom?
So Nirix, my friend, longtime prostitute girlfriend. She's fantastic.
Regular.
Yeah. Great value for that pussy money. Yeah. So we'll probably pay her a little extra, and we'll have to hire a couple of her girlfriends.
You want anything else while I'm making the sleeping powder?
Yes. Can you make horse hormone things so they listen better or get more distracted if maybe one of them gets away?
So you want pheromones?
Pheromones?
I got a female body downstairs. I'll see what I can do.
God damn it. They fuck the holes instead of the female body downstairs.
Yeah, we're not.
We're not.
Oh, you're not creepos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're not weirdos.
Not a necrophilia.
Yeah,
There we go.
fuck.
I patched my corner of the room, so I don't know.
All right, so in Blades in the Dark, right, you decide which type of attack you're going to be doing. There's assault, deception, stealth, occult, social, transport.
Ooh, that might be social attack.
Social would be to negotiate, bargain, or persuade. You're not really doing that this time.
Oh, I just thought a big group of hookers was pretty social.
That's true. That's
I will
a
be
good point.
joining said hookers.
So I think it would be deception because
Yeah.
that's lure, trick, or manipulate, and that you're going to use the hookers to basically trick them into drinking the shit, right?
The sirens of the docks.
Yeah.
So we'll call this a deception. Okay, that's the plan. Now you have your item loadouts. So this is where, after the plan and detail are in place, each player chooses the character's load, and you have a cheat sheet for that. This indicates how much stuff you're carrying during the operation, and you don't want to select individual items, just the maximum amount they'll have access to. And what that does is, if you're trying to be stealthy, for example, but you're clanking around with a bunch of shit, then you're not very stealthy. Okay, so you have to make that determination now.
So my loadout, if we're going around the table,
Sure.
I'll take a light loadout.
Okay.
I'll take a light load.
I believe I'm still gonna
Took
be.
you a while.
Yeah.
He can take more, absolutely.
I was trying to stop myself from saying something extremely inappropriate.
Ooh.
I'll probably just be taking my normal types of weapons. I'll probably be joining the hookers as well. So
Okay.
I'll have my knives that are tucked in. I'll have my pistol that's behind me. I'll have my poison hairpin. Makeup, little mirrors, check my makeup. Girl stuff.
Yeah.
Poison.
Now you are coming
Tampons.
against some mercenaries, so I'm guessing they're going to be armed.
It is not my moon time.
My moon time. So you've got knives and a poison hairpin. You've got weapons, I assume.
Light weapons.
Okay.
And like a fine shadow cloak and night goggles and stuff like that.
Cool.
I mean, what constitutes a light weapon? A dagger?
Like,
A little pistol?
no.
A letter opener?
No, it's like a rapier.
A
Rapier.
rapier.
Yeah. Like a scimitar, but thinner.
Rapier.
I got a couple of those.
Okay.
Jesus Christ.
If you see it
Light
fast, I
loadout.
think it sounds right.
Rapier.
Rapier.
Go ahead. What do you got over there?
Well, mine, I guess, is also a light loadout. It's 2 bandoliers, and I can carry 3 concoctions and vials in each one. So I've got 2 bombs, some fire oil, because we're SBD.
Nice.
I have some eye blind poison, some acid that melts metal, and some trance powder.
Cool. All right. So now we're going to do what's called the engagement roll. This is where we sort of determine your fate starting at the scene of the job. So we're going to assume that Fortuna got her friends to join the party, right?
Yes.
Neric's always down.
Yeah, and you met your friend
Always.
Francis the Mute. He's
yeah.
going to be with you.
Francis.
That's for you Mars Volta fans. And we're going to start with our engagement roll. So you start with 1 die just for sheer luck. So there's 1. And then you have the plan's detail. Does it expose a vulnerability of the target or hit them where they're weakest? I would say if you're going to fight a bunch of mercenaries, if you said we're going to go in guns blazing, well, that's their strongest suit,
Yeah.
right? They are mercenaries.
No, we're
You're
putting them to
coming.
sleep.
You're coming at them to aim at their dicks.
Yeah.
So they're going to use their dicks.
For once, we're coming at the dicks.
Yes, for once. And so that might be a weak point for them, right? We assume. So you get another die.
Yeah.
Can any of your friends or contacts provide aid or insight for this operation? Yeah, the dockers
yeah.
have given you
The
pretty much every
dockers
detail of the
also-
plan.
We also have a Savoy and Merchant Lord as a friend as well.
Yes, which he might be a hive member.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Well,
I
but you,
just-
Maybe don't tell him about the plan.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't tell him about the plan and pretend I said nothing.
Yeah.
but you got
But
the
you got
ladies.
Francis the Mute, right? And the ladies, so we'll give you another
Lyrics.
die. And then are there any other elements to consider? So maybe a lower tier target, whatever. No, this is a higher tier target. So we might even take away 1 die for that, which would leave you with 2.
Don't fucking touch that dice.
Oh my god. All right, so you have 2 die, and what we're trying to do here in an engagement roll is we're going to roll the 2 dice, and the highest result will be your starting, basically, where you begin. Is it really good? Is it bad? We separate that into 6 is a good result. You're in controlled position when the action starts. A 4 or 5 is a mixed result. That means you're in a risky position when the action starts. And a 1 through 3 is a bad result. You're in a desperate position when the action starts. So rolling the 2 die, you got a 4 as your highest one. So a mixed result. You're in a risky position when the action starts. However, obviously not in a desperate one. You're not controlled. You're not like, you don't have these guys wrapped around your finger, but you are, things are going well, mostly, right? Okay.
Mostly.
So remember that when we enter into this, at any point, you can call flashback to help kind of, as the situation unfolds, you're like, fuck, this is not going to be good. Let's do a flashback. That costs you stress, right? So you mark that down. If you get too much stress, you might enter trauma, which we would then assign trauma to that.
You want to do a quick expo of what a flashback is?
Sure. So at any point, the group can say flashback. And essentially, let's use an example like, you run into a locked door and you're like, shit, we can't get in. You can say flashback, and then the group talks about basically a past scene where you planned something. Hey, we know there's going to be locked doors probably. Let's bring some expert, lock picking kits, and let's practice on some various locks we know might be used. And guess what? Bada bing, bada boom, we unlock the lock. So that's an example of a flashback. Okay, so you're going to enter the scene, and what you see there is a boat with a large golden bee insignia on it. You are noticing that there are 4 parked carriages and nobody's around. 2 of the carts have tarps thrown over them, as if they're already done being loaded. And then there are 2 other carts behind them that are still being loaded from the boat. You're noticing 4 guys actually, carrying stuff down, 2-man per piece of furniture in crates that are being carried down and loaded into the 2 remaining carts. You notice the other 2 guys, as the guys are carrying the crates off the boat, they have crowbars and they're opening them up and they're looking and inspecting the furniture for damages, you assume, and then they put the lids back on and allow the guys to move the crates into the carts. They're smoking cigars, they're talking to each other, but not very loudly. And it's weird because they almost look, as they're looking into the crates, they kind of talk into them, and then put them down. So they're like, oh, that looks good, and put it down. They are armed, you notice, with long blades, but you do not notice any sort of other weapons on them from where you're sitting. So, we have a dock, we have a single boat, large boat, we have 4 carriages. Nothing else around except for a quiet, dark dock. You can look to your right, or I guess north, wherever I don't know where you're positioned yet, but north is kind of foggy, but that's where Warehouse 13 is. South, you can see lights in the distance. There's still activity because the docks, there are boats being unloaded down there, but you hear nothing. You're that far away, removed from the rest of the activity. So
Perfect.
Yeah.
Mucho
that's the scene.
explosivo.
And there are warehouses and basically places to store all the incoming freight that are locked up, but they're buildings. They're single story, probably 40-foot tall buildings that are used for holding material. So now you need to discuss where you're positioned so that you can start your...
All right, so I am going to suggest that Avarice and Mr. X, you guys hold back. I am planning on sending in just 1 prostitute to begin with. Kind of a little tip her toe in and flirt with them so we can see how far they're kind of getting along. And we'll keep an eye on the background. And as the cart starts to fill up and fill up and fill up until it's almost ready to be almost filled, we'll send in a couple more and I'll go in there like they're madam, like, no, you can't share their wine, blah, blah, blah with these guys. Let's move on. So that way it's a little... just gonna set up like that, and then as they drink all that stuff, then you guys can jump in.
Okay, that sounds good to me.
Perfect. Great.
All right.
I am always right.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and so I'm kind of like off to the distance, probably like in like an alley, kind of like by a warehouse or something, looking out, and I'm gonna send in Nerix, who's going to lightly flirt with the guys, like kind of like looking like she's going to be on her way more south towards where all the lights are.
So you send 2 women holding stuff, right? They've got.
Yeah, but they're not sharing yet.
Oh, they're like drinking amongst themselves?
Yeah, and talking with them. So I have 3.
Oh.
So I have Nyrix, Luna, and Maria with me.
Oh, okay.
I've got 3 girls.
And they are kind of like, if I'm one of the mercenaries, I'm just seeing them hanging out with each other, partying.
Yes.
Cool. Good approach.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I like can't go
Okay.
in.
All right.
Tits out. Not yet.
Yep. Yep. That's good. Okay.
No. Entice them. So as they're drinking the ones that's not full of sleeping powder,
Right.
which we've left probably a special marker, probably like blue bottle versus like red bottle or some
A red
crap.
X. A white skull and crossbones.
Skull and crossbones.
Don't drink this one. Okay.
Dare me not to. Dare me not to.
Oh dear. Thank God they're not in charge. Yes. So, just something simple.
Yeah.
It's like just like a rim or a notch on the, let's just say like a little notch on the top.
Sure.
So they're like drinking amongst themselves and we're waiting until pretty much like the 3rd one is all loaded. And then I send out Maria also. And then I'm like yelling at them like, Maria, no, do not encourage them. No, they do not drink that wine. It is too good. We're going to go farther down the docks and they have more money. No, not at all.
Oh,
It's-
damn.
Yes.
This.
I want to drink the wine now.
Yeah, right?
You come walking out. Wait a minute. I want the good shit.
Yeah.
That's great. So these guys are starting to pay attention and notice you guys. And they look intrigued, but they keep working. The 2 guys inspecting now are stopping, inspecting, and kind of looking at the girls.
Okay. So as I'm like saying this, I feel like I'm going to send Nyrix out. She knows that that's kind of like her cue that she needs to entice the guys a little bit more and coming over like, but this one's cute. Look at him. And he's strong. Look at all this. What are you guys lifting in there? Whatever it is, I'm sure it's heavy.
Okay, so in Blades, right, you are basically going to have to roll for those characters, right?
Oh, well,
So, are you good with Sway?
I am as.
And you tell me in
a
Blades as
slide.
well. You tell me which one you want to use. But I'm gonna recommend for you probably Sway because that's charm, or
Yeah.
bluff, or,
Yeah.
And is that a strong suit for you?
It is a strong suit for
Okay.
us.
So,
As a
and
slide.
I also want to remind the both of you, either you can assist, you can offer another die to her
I'll give you another die.
for stress.
For stress.
But I might not need it.
Well, that's the thing.
Yeah.
You either roll and get. You can't be like, oh shit, I didn't get it, and then let's re-roll.
It's like a cat. It's like a cat intestine condom. It's better
Like
to have
we-
it, and not need it, than it is to ever use it. Gross.
Yeah.
I don't do condoms.
I was just suggesting
I'm allergic
that.
to latex, so it's like it's sheepskin
I'm just
all over.
putting that out there because if it fails, right, then the whole thing's over, right? So I was just letting you know you can either push yourself, which would add stress to you and 2 stress, and you get an extra die. One of your teammates can do the same thing for you if you're out of stress, right? Right now it's pretty early, you don't have a lot of stress. The other thing is a devil's bargain. So a devil's bargain is, look, I want to succeed, okay? So I want to make sure this girl, I mean, this guy's pretty much pulling down his pants right now. But that comes at a cost, which will be another scenario I present to you that could affect you immediately or could affect you later down the line. If you accept that bargain, then you accept those terms, and you get an automatic success.
I will help you out.
He pulls down his pants.
Okay.
But he's got genital warts.
Oh,
He is a sailor.
I know he's not a mercenary. Anyway.
okay, so I definitely want this to work, and I want it to work hard and in my favor. So, I have 2 for sway,
That's good, okay.
and I would like an extra dice just in case.
So just to remind you, right now you're in a risky position, okay? So on our rules reference, your action rolls will either be controlled, risky, or desperate. Okay? You're not necessarily, I would say a control position is you've got bows and arrows pointed at these guys. If they don't follow your way, you're going to shoot them. That's a control position, right? Risky is this could pass or fail, and you're taking a chance, right? Desperate would mean like you're already under attack and you need to, do some very crazy shit. So if you get a 6, hey, you do it. If you get a 4 or 5, you do it, but there's a consequence. You suffer harm, a complication occurs, or you have reduced effect, or you end up in a desperate position. If you get a 1 through 3, it's things go badly. You suffer harm, a complication definitely occurs, or you end up in a desperate position, or you lose the opportunity completely.
So if you push yourself and I help you out, that's 4 dice to roll 1/6.
I like those odds more.
Yeah, that's a good
Okay,
suggestion.
so we both take 1 stress.
I will take a stress. So my stress.
Should be at 0.
Okay, so that's so I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9
slots. Yeah.
Okay, so it's not different than anybody. Okay, so I take a stress. I just want to make sure.
Yep. So you get a total of 4 dice, and remember, you take the top result.
Oh fuck.
Oh my god!
Oh, it was a 1, 2, 2, 3.
Shit! After all this,
Take a devil's bargain.
Definitely
that's
take
too
it.
late for a devil's bargain.
It's not,
It
Please?
is,
isn't it?
isn't it?
I think like a devil's bargain would be
Can
perfect
be any
for
time.
Yeah, this
Okay,
situation.
All
right
right,
here.
all right, all right. Wow. Fuck.
That's
That's just, you did everything right. I mean, like, wow. All right, so a devil's bargain. Let's think about this.
Oh no.
That's yeah, that was fucked. You should not have. That should have. She get a 6. Yeah.
I just wanted to roll one more. Just one more. It was a fucking 6.
Okay, so devil's bargain. What could be a
I
good
knew I was
devil's
feeling
bargain
unlucky.
here? Okay. Look, and what you're trying. State exactly what you're trying to do. What do you want to be the successful outcome of this role? Right.
The guys to get thirsty for thirsty enough for a pussy to actually drink whatever the pussy's drinking.
Perfect. So you want them to accept these drinks, no question.
Yes.
Right. Okay. Okay. So when we look at that, we have to figure out like the level of difficulty that might be, because you might be like, I'd like to fucking fly so I can get on top of that building. Well, that's fucking difficult, right?
Yeah.
This is something that's kind of in your favor, right?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna say that 2 of them are homosexuals and not interested in pussy. at all.
Almost brought a dude. Oh!
But hey, maybe they're into Francis the Mute. Who knows? Anyway, 2 of them are not going to be interested at all, but the 2 leaders are. The ones who are inspecting the crates are definitely about that pussy juice coming at them.
That's actually a good point. Where is Francis the Mute?
He's
You tell
probably
me. He is-
with you.
He is now one of your characters, right?
Okay.
And you tell me where he's at.
So I'll he's with me. I kind of like nudge him and like point to go help them out
And
because
he points at his ear like, I can't hear you.
No, he's a mute, not deaf.
Yeah.
I know. That's
Oh,
funny. That's his
okay.
little joke he likes to do.
Oh my god.
fuck you, Francis.
We're not that drunk. They called Holland.
Go help him, Francis. Go help. Show cleavage. Show some.
Oh, hold on. You don't know they're homosexuals yet.
Yeah, how do you know? They
You
don't
know
look any
that.
different.
Your devil's bargain is that's what's going to
Oh,
happen.
that's true.
So, yeah.
They're not rainbow and Duskvol. Like, it's just they're like normal people. This
Some
is like
people-
apparently like crows.
They're the flashiest dressers. of
Actually,
the
yeah, they smell the greatest. They have the most organization when loading those
Yeah.
crates.
No dirt under those fingernails.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, so
So the 2 leaders, right, have started to walk up to you guys. They've stopped inspecting crates. The other 4 keep working like ain't nothing going on. They have to keep working, right? So that's what they're doing.
2 of them are homosexuals, probably won't drink, but 4 of them working. Okay, great.
Well, these 2 guys seem interested.
Yeah, that's
So,
fine. We'll
yeah.
take them.
Yep.
If I take out 2 guys, that's my 2 guys. So
Yep. There you go. That's my part of the job. Yeah.
all right, so all right, keen face.
Because listeners can see game face.
Yeah, I have to see it.
Fucking intense.
I have to see it. so
There's
you
an
can
intense
understand.
look on her face. The sweat on her brow is just glistening.
Oh, yeah.
Francis is rethinking joining this crew.
Shut up, Francis.
Oh, man. All right, so
I can't
Fortuna goes over there, and by that point, like, Nyrix and Luna have, like, cozy up to these guys a little bit more, saying, oh, well, they don't look that rough. They look like they're actually a pretty good side of this dock. I think they're just fine. They look like fine gentlemen who look thirsty, too. I don't know. Can we share our wine? And by this time, I'm actually approaching, and Fortuna, she's like, well, I do not approve. Your taste, though, has never led astray. Maybe if they share a smoke with me, I'll let them have a couple swigs and a little taste.
And they have cigars.
It's the same fucking...
Okay. So yeah, they definitely share their cigars with you. You guys are getting pretty palsy over here.
Uh-huh. And I'm hoping while I'm smoking on the cigar, the girls are sharing some of their wine. Does that work?
So
As they're stroking their arms to make sure they know that they're interested, you know?
right.
Sitting on their
So
lap.
it's kind of a girls
slip.
are drinking and they're like, oh hey, you want some? And they kind of push a bottle towards the guys.
Some of the wine drips off their lips onto their breasts, and they notice, and
Oh,
they
wow.
get distracted.
I would say you're in a very controlled position
Yes.
right now.
I need to go to the bathroom for a couple minutes after that description.
It's just glistening
You're
off
just
the dock
back here with
lights.
me and Francis.
and the
I mean,
firelight.
you just do it, man.
All right,
I've done
so
it 3 times.
I'm going to
during this
say that is a
encounter.
controlled situation. Okay, so you can do it with increased effect. So
Oh, please don't make me roll again.
you will have to roll.
Oh, okay.
This is your action.
This is going to be my good luck roll.
But you're in a controlled position. This is great.
Yeah, it's more swaying though.
Now, is it sway or is there a different one?
It's still sway.
Do you have finesse?
No, that's more
Okay.
that's more of a physical thing.
I think that's more for like lock picking. You would roll
Well, that's-
finesse for lock picking.
Pocking.
Well, there's
Picking
pickpocket
pockets.
And pickpocket.
or employ subtle misdirection, sleight of hand.
Yeah.
I mean, like she's showing the tits and they're not even noticing the
That's
bottle
not
in
sleight
front
of
them.
hand.
That's sleight of boob.
And you're not commanding anyone. And I
No,
wouldn't
it's-
call it a
Okay,
tuning.
so
and
we can-
consorting doesn't make sense.
Yeah, you choose. I mean, whatever you want to do.
Yeah,
I'll just tell you if you're
I
out
still
of
think
line.
it's a sway.
Okay. Yep.
I mean,
so that's 2
consort
dice.
is still 2.
Yep.
for me.
And let's see. If you have assistance, you can get another die. Again, the controlled position doesn't give you more dice. All it does is the effect is going to be better if you do succeed.
I'll help you again.
No, I'll help her this time.
Yeah,
So-
thank you.
Good idea.
So if I spend another stress to get another 1.
Yep. So he's going to help you do another stress. You can do 4 dice again, which isn't
You don't
a
have to
guaranteed
talk. I have
win.
plenty of dice.
Yeah,
Apparently
I
not.
forgot. That's fine.
You dork.
Whatever.
Thanks.
I am not a Will's penis. Thank you very much.
Thank you. But
Oh,
thank
wow.
you for tossing me your dice just in case. Though that was very nice. Thoughtful.
Toss a dice to your hookers.
I get tired of tossing my own dice.
All right,
so.
that's a
Okay,
2.
so far off to a bad start.
There's
6. 5.
Oh! Oh! All right, opa. So, okay.
Now collect those 4 dice and never roll those 2 again. Actually, get rid of that one that's a 2. Just have these 3 dice and never take
I
more
have
than
to,
3.
hold on.
All right. So, you're handing this bottle over. Some of it fell. Is it on your teats or is it on the other ladies?
I'm over here smoking a cigar, watching
Ah,
my
okay.
girls as
Right.
the madame, and then Nyrix and Luna Maria are getting a little sloppy.
Is it Luna
sexy,
Maria or is it just Luna?
Luna.
and Maria?
comma Maria.
Ah.
So, whose tits are? Who's handing the bottle?
Nyrix,
Nyrix.
my girl.
Okay. And this guy is not even trying to pretend to make eye contact. Straight up fixed on the waterfall on Mount Tittymore. and just reaches out his hand like he's hypnotized.
Mm-hmm.
For all you listeners, I am straight up looking at her tits right now.
He's my husband. It's fine.
And he's pulling back.
Eye
I'm
contact.
getting into character. and he just grabs it. And he doesn't even say a word. Except, I'm a me. And he takes a swig.
Is that his fucking name?
No, I'm mommy.
I'm mommy. I got it. Okay, got it. Sorry.
And he takes a swig, and then, without again breaking tit contact, passes it to the next guy.
Perfect. And so these other dock workers that are still working still aren't doing something. So
Yeah, it's kind of like you get the feeling that they're like, "Hey, you better not fuck around while the boss is here." They get all the pussy, Jesus, you know, like they're just doing their job still.
So, could I also persuade them to maybe go? Ooh, I got an idea.
Light bulb.
I got an idea. All right, I don't know if this is a flashback or not. All right, but can I convince them to do a quickie around the corner where they might be ambushed?
You would need a flashback for that.
Oh, I'm good at ambushes. Hi.
So, flashback. I don't know why I'm doing the hand thing over the head. All right, flashback.
Flashback.
So if I
We'll have a sound effect for that.
Flashback!
So, which is probably a stress. It's not going to be a big stress. It's going to be probably one stress. I can convince them to do like a quickie around the bend. Hopefully by the time, because I'm like, there's only 2 of them drinking the sleeping potion, so I don't know how fast that goes. But I'm assuming it's not terribly fast for the sleeping potion to go in. But I don't want these 2 guys to like just pass out. So maybe if I can convince them to like go around to like where a warehouse corner is for a quickie little
There's
thing.
plenty of spots.
Plenty of
out
spots,
here for
foggy
that.
areas.
Yep.
So I'm like, there's
It's dark.
Exactly. It's dark. It's foggy.
Good, Anthony. Yes, it is dark.
It's dark.
I know right now this is a very Fortuna show right now. But I hire my hookers to do their hooking. So
And basically your flashback then is
to do the
You're-
meetup spot.
you're gonna have a spot predetermined, and he is waiting.
Hello.
He is waiting for
He's
them
there, gonna-
in the alley.
He's their happy ending.
So
Okay.
I'm pretty good at prowl too.
Their happy
So-
ending is
Could
death.
be there too.
I think that all 3 of us should just be
Yeah.
in the same alleyway.
Now
and that's
Francis
the meetup
isn't
spot.
they did tell you Francis is not a fighter. He is a driver.
Yeah, he's just there. He's an onlooker. I mean, that's
So
fine.
I'll just hand him a club and say, "Let's play whack-a-mole."
Just don't make Francis do anything besides drive.
And he looks at you and he points at his ear and he's like, I can't hear you.
I fucking hate this guy.
I love him.
I just get frustrated and I don't understand the
He just
joke.
puts his arms up like, huh?
So I put
What?
a club in his hand and I point to the club and then I point at my head.
Okay, so
He hits you on the head.
my idea is I'm hoping by that time period, they'll be mostly asleep and can't perform. So
Good call. All right, so that's your flashback. So a flashback, the way that works is it does cost stress for the action. 0 stress is an ordinary action for which you have an easy opportunity.
That's just conversation.
Yeah. 1 stress is a complex situation or unlikely opportunity. And then 2 or more stress, depending, is an elaborate action. So,
so this could be like
hookers
no.
hooking. Yeah, hookers
it's no
hooking
stress.
is, they just, hookers gonna
Hooker's
hook.
gonna hook.
It's everyday
Gonna
shit.
hook, dog.
So I'm gonna go ahead and erase that stress.
Yeah, I don't think that's going to cost you any stress. So now you can just move on with that and tell me what happens.
Well, now my stress is stained. All right, so
About to be a dress stain, know what I'm saying?
Actually, I'm gonna be there with both my rapiers.
And you show up back there, the girls bring him out, he's in a dress, he's like, I was confused about the plan.
Sorry, I thought I just wanted to be involved. This is the Fortuna show. I just wanted to be involved. I wanted to get hand jobs and such. Get that pussy money.
all right, so
Anne's killing it after a long day at work. She comes in here and just fucking masterminds the whole thing.
Yeah, that's okay though.
All right, so now we got Francis, we got, remind me of your name,
avarice.
Avarice, and Mr. X.
Yep.
Mr. Six.
Waiting in the same alley where the girls have successfully lured these 2 gentlemen out there.
Oh, they did. That's
Yeah.
right. I rolled good. Yes.
Yeah, you rolled real good.
All right, so they're like dragging them like by their hands, all like giggly and just like, oh, like I bet that was a long boat ride, all that struggling and like lifting those boxes in, and then they bring them over to the corner.
Now, Ty,
And they,
is this the 2 guys that didn't drink the wine?
They are drinking the wine.
Oh, they are.
As they're walking over, they're taking swigs,
Okay.
laughing with the girls.
So
like,
I think
you know.
I'm just gonna be around the corner and I can stab both of them. I'm really, really good at stabbing people from the dark. I mean, I could use a stress, and maybe
Yeah.
someone can help me out. That's 5 d6s I could use to roll 1 6.
I would
Yeah.
say if you were going to do something like that, you're definitely in a controlled position because they're very distracted.
I would be too.
Guys are so dumb.
Yeah, really good approach to take on mercenaries with. Yeah.
All right. So, anyways, they're rounding the corners. They're flashing their round bosoms and hello fog and whatever, and then rounding. What's going on?
They round the corner, and there's Avarice with 2 pointy rapiers.
And the girls are also grabbing the wine bottles back from them because I don't want them to get stabbed and then break the glass. Dun dun dun.
All right. So the stabbing is an action, and you just have to roll for it.
Okay, so I have skirmish.
Okay, perfect.
I have ambush. I'm going to take a stress to push myself, so that's 46. Would anyone else like to help me?
So wait, you're how many are on your skirmish, or what are you starting with?
I start with 2.
2, and then
Plus
you
my
get-
ambush is just 3. Then I'm going to push myself, which is 4.
You don't get to pick 2. Oh, ambush. Explain your ambush.
So my ambush, as a lurk, when I attack from hiding or spring a trap, I get plus 1d for it.
Thank you. And so that's 3, and then 1 more is you're pushing yourself. Okay, so that's 4.
Yeah.
4 die already.
To stab 2 people at the same time. Would anyone else like?
Straight up.
Oh, that's all right.
You'll give me one? Okay, so I have 5d6.
Take a stress for that.
Oh yeah,
I'll take a stress as well.
And you take a stress to push yourself. Very good.
Oh,
So now we have
yeah.
5 dice. Is that correct? All right, go for it.
There's a 6.
There
There's 2
is a
6s.
6. There's 2 6s.
1 for each
Perfect.
hand.
There you go.
All right, so
Six.
you were in a control position. Straight up, you do it. So you just tell the listeners how you're shanking.
Yeah,
Right.
keep in
So
mind
we have
where.
the mastermind Fortuna taking these gentlemen around the corner to go get a quick handy. And they have wine all down their breastises. They're not even looking where they're going. They get pretty far in the corner. The women turn them around, push them against boxes to start jerking them off. They pull down their pants, both of them at the same time. And
Nice.
there's Avarice to stab them both in their temples with rapiers. The blades kind of cross as they exit through the temples. And then I just pull them both out, just in a slashing motion downward, and it's a cutscene of just blood hitting the pavement.
Straight up a Tarantino movie.
Yeah. And, yeah, they drop dead before they could ever finish.
Booyah.
My worst nightmare.
And then Mr. X is in the alleyway just looking. He goes, dibs on the bodies.
Could you guys
And he just
make
kind of starts dragging them down the alleyway a little bit into a hiding spot so he can collect
Wait.
them later.
wait when
Oh my God.
when people die in Duskvol? What happens?
Ah, yes. So,
Nothing. Because of our gang, Silent But Deadly, we have a little special ability.
Hold on. It'll make it sound even cooler if I explain the death.
Oh, yeah,
Wardens.
go for it.
The Death Wardens. So, through magical means, whenever somebody dies in Duskvol, the Death Wardens are automatically alerted with bells that just start ringing throughout the city. It rings pretty often. But they are coming. They are fleshy guys who come to collect the bodies to prevent somebody like a Mr. X from doing fucked up things. But also they want to keep the spirit in and out of, like, flying around, like becoming more ghosts. We've already got enough ghosts. They're like rats in this city. So they're trying to control the spirits and basically eliminate it. So there is no afterlife for these poor souls. That's what they're coming to do right now. Unless...
However, because we are assassins, and through hard-won experience or cult ritual, whichever you want to call it, our activities are hidden from the notice of Deathseeker crows. We don't take any additional heat when killing is involved on a score.
That is nice to have for some assassins. So, after the deaths, you don't hear bells.
No.
And Mr. X gets a boner, right? And he starts pulling the bodies
Well,
away.
hold on. It's not a fetish. It's a hobby.
I know. And Francis just looks at you.
Oh,
I
fuck
know,
you,
I know.
mister. Oh, you in here.
Yeah. So anyway, no, I'm kidding. So yeah, he hauls bodies away without the frustration of having death wardens on their way.
You're welcome. And finally, we were silent but deadly.
All right.
Oh!
Wait. No.
Achievement unlocked.
Wait. Reverse. We're silent and deadly.
There you go.
Oh, much better.
But I need you guys to stop being so silent, and I need you guys to pretend that you're having sex back here, so that way the guys can hear that we're doing a good job.
I mean, like, could we do it at the same time? Like, maybe I'll take that hand job? Like,
I mean, that's.
I mean, it seems a waste.
I mean, Nerex is probably. You guys can like negotiate your own price. But either way, I need to sound like we're doing a great job back here. I'm like, I hired these guys. Like, no, don't really do it.
What?
Put your fucking dick back in your pants.
No.
Oh my god. So yeah. So anyways, so we need to still keep the facade that we're doing a good job.
Nerex has never let me down before.
And we also need it to last.
Okay. All right. So
we're back here making sex sounds that are going on for a while. Make sure it sounds like we're doing a good job.
Wait, I'm supposed to play the dude.
Stop.
Francis just
your
starts
mama loves
making
you
mouth
so
noises
much.
like.
What is that?
And he's looking like thumbs up at you guys. Like, I'm helping.
No, I'm actually getting jerked off, Francis. You don't need your weird sounds, you fuck.
I mean, did you roll to get Nerex to do that, or?
Oh, I paid her.
Okay.
I'm a regular. Are you kidding me?
Wow, how professional.
We're like this. I'm crossing my fingers right now.
Francis is still like 5 inches from your dick that's getting jerked off right now. And then he thumbs ups you.
I look down on him like, nah, it's somewhat helping.
Doing the and then he points at his ears like, I can't hear you.
I'm gonna fucking kill Francis one of these days.
No, I love him.
I swear, if by the end of this it turns out he's the fucking mastermind villain, I'm gonna fucking IRL kill you.
I want to marry him before that. So
Spoiler alert. Jeez. God, I can't even write this good enough. All right. So you're getting jerked off. Okay, what happens next?
So we're back there, and I'm like, okay, so I'm talking to Mr. X.
Yes.
The other four did not drink this. We still have Maria and oh no, not Maria. What's the other one?
Luna.
Yeah. So
I never forget a whore.
Yeah. So we still have Luna over there. She's still trying. I don't think some of them are very interested in her. And then there's the other two, but I think they're just trying to work really hard and load up the things. So I don't know how to get the other four back here to get stabbed or whatever.
Right now, Avarice is going, oh, you guys gotta try this. Oh, it's so wonderful.
Francis picks
my
up
God.
the pace.
At this point, are the other dock workers enticed by Luna, who's there?
Okay, Luna's out there doing her thing, right?
Mm-hmm. Still trying to get them to drink.
Okay, so she's out there. So they're still carrying shit, and they seem worried about her. Like, oh my God, get the fuck out of here. We're trying, dude, got this job to do. And
She's
a
just
couple
trying
of
to
them
turn
seem
tricks.
interested. The other two, who are actually
obviously.
paired up and doing like they're carrying stuff together, are just like, oh my God, like get out of here, whore. Like, they are not having it.
Okay, so she's not getting any luck. So how are we going to take care of the other four?
Yeah, so that essentially is your next job, right? There's the job, and then there's mini jobs. You got the bosses out of the picture, success. Your next job is how you're going to get these four to stop working or take them out, basically.
I'm getting a medium job.
Oh, you should have paid for the large job.
Okay, so let's give that some thought, right? This is a good stopping point. We've got the four workers, and actually, while all this was happening, the third cart's tarp has been put over it, as in it is finished being loaded, and there is one more cart to be loaded, and it's already begun.
I was saying, like, it's been a while since the third one.
It's heavy shit. I don't know if you've ever had to move heavy dressers and stuff. It's taking
I've watched
them.
you.
Exactly, and it's... Ugh.
Were you by yourself?
No, I had my friends here.
His
I wasn't
arms
here.
open. No, Anthony O'Neill did not come to help us.
I was not invited.
Francis slows down.
Super awkward.
Thank you for listening to Oops, We Broke the Multiverse podcast. We were playing Blades in the Dark, published by Evil Hat Productions. Our intro and outro music was provided by Major Powers and the Lo-Fi Symphony. You can hear more of their music on Spotify. The introduction was voiced by our multi-talented friend Brian Linds. You can find him on Instagram at Cult Classic Posters. I'm Anthony O'Neill. I was playing Avarice. Mr. X was played by Anthony Gabba. Our Game Master and NPCs was played by Shawn Cruz. And of course, our special guest tonight was AnnMare Cruz. She was playing Fortuna. She's an amazing illustrator, tattoo artist, and nerd. You can follow her on Instagram at AnnMare Cruz. That's at AnnMareCruz.
I